Hello, everybody. Excuse me. Me. I have to warm up my vocal cords. Um, Welcome to the channel. Guster's really sleeping. It's so interesting. He's so black that you can barely make out his features. Anyway, let's read. We're going to pick up reading through the Bible together. So we're on Exodus 25, picking up at verse 23. You shall make a table of acacia wood, 2 cubits long, 1 cubit wide, and 1.5 cubits high. Overlay it with pure gold, and make a gold molding around it. Make a rim of a hand's breadth around it, and make a gold molding for its rim round about. Make 4 gold rings for it, and attach the rings to the 4 corners at its 4 legs. The rings shall be next to the rim as holders for poles to carry the table. Make the poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. By these the table shall be carried. Make its bowls, ladles, jars, and jugs with which to offer libations. Make them of pure gold. And on the table you shall set the bread of display to be before me always. You shall make a lampstand of pure gold. The lampstand shall be made of hammered work. Its base and its shaft, its cups, calyxes, and petals shall be of one piece. 6 branches shall issue from its sides, 3 branches from one side of the lampstand and 3 branches from the other side of the lampstand. On one branch there shall be 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms, each with calyx and petals, and on the next branch there shall be 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms, each with calyx and petals, so for all 6 branches issuing from the lampstand. And on the lampstand itself there shall be 4 cups shaped like almond blossoms, each with calyx and petals, a calyx of one piece with it under a pair of branches, and a calyx of one piece with it under the second pair of branches, and a calyx of one piece with it under the last pair of branches. So for all 6 branches issuing from the lampstand, their calyxes and their stems shall be of one piece with it, the whole of it a single hammered piece of pure gold. Make it 7 lamps. The lamps shall be so mounted as to give the light on its front side, and its tongs on fire pans of pure gold. It shall be made with all these furnishings out of a talent of pure gold. Note well and follow the patterns for them that are being shown you on the mountain. Okay, that's the end of Exodus 25, and God is giving instructions on how to build this the Ark of the Covenant. I believe that's what they're building. So there's a lot of gold involved, and I guess when they left Egypt, all the Egyptians gave them their gold and their silver and all their stuff. So I guess all that ideally will be used to craft this holy object, or the Ark of the Covenant. But I think we know what's going to happen after Moses comes down from the mountain. Stay tuned. Okay, let's go to, maybe you don't know what's going to happen, but I think I kind of do know what's going to happen. The keyword, golden calf. Okay. So, because Moses is up there for like 40 days and 40 nights receiving instructions. going to get antsy. All right, so let's go to Luke chapter 15. Excuse me. And we're reading the Living New Testament. Dishonest tax collectors and other notorious sinners often came to listen to Jesus' sermons. But this caused complaints from the Jewish religious leaders and the experts on Jewish law because he was associating with such despicable people, even eating with them. So Jesus used this illustration. If you had 100 sheep and one of them strayed away and was lost in the wilderness, wouldn't you leave the 99 others to go and search for the lost one until you found it? And then you would joyfully carry it home on your shoulders. When you arrived, you would call together your friends and neighbors to rejoice with you because your lost sheep was found. Well, in the same way, heaven will be happier over one lost sinner who returns to God than over 99 others who haven't strayed away. Or take another illustration. A woman has 10 valuable silver coins and loses one. Won't she light a lamp and look in every corner of the house and sweep every nook and cranny until she finds it? And then won't she call in her friends and neighbors to rejoice with her? In the same way, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God when one sinner repents. To further illustrate the point, he told them this story. A man had 2 sons. When the younger told his father, "I want my share of your estate now, instead of waiting until you die," his father agreed to divide his wealth between his sons. A few days later, this younger son packed all his belongings and took a trip to a distant land, and there wasted all his money on parties and prostitutes. About the time his money was gone, a great famine swept over the land and he began to starve. He persuaded a local farmer to hire him to feed his pigs. The boy became so hungry that even the pods he was feeding the swine looked good to him, and no one gave him anything. When he finally came to his senses, he said to himself, "At home, even the hired men have food enough and to spare, and here I am dying of hunger. I will go home to my father and say, 'Father, I have sinned against both heaven and you, and am no longer worthy of being called your son. Please take me on as a hired man.'" So he returned home to his father, and while he was still a long distance away, his father saw him coming and was filled with loving pity and ran and embraced him and kissed him. His son said to him, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and you, and am not worthy of being called your son." But his father said to the slaves, "Quick, bring the finest robe in the house and put it on him, and a jeweled ring for his finger, and shoes. And kill the calf we have in the fattening pen. We must celebrate with a feast. For this son of mine was dead and has returned to life. He was lost and is found." So the party began. Meanwhile, the older son was in the fields working. When he returned home, he heard dance music coming from the house. And he asked one of the servants what was going on. "Your brother is back," he was told, "and your father has killed the calf we were fattening and has prepared a great feast to celebrate his coming home again unharmed." The older brother was angry and wouldn't go in. His father came out and begged him, but he replied, "All these years I've worked hard for you and never once refused to do a single thing you told me to. And in all that time, you never gave me even one young goat for a feast with my friends. Yet when this son of yours comes back after spending your money on prostitutes, you celebrate by killing the finest calf we have on the place." "Look, dear son," his father said to him, "you and I are very close, and everything I have is yours. But it is right to celebrate, for he is your brother, and he was dead and has come back to life. He was lost and is found." Okay, that's the end of Luke 15. That just kind of shows the heart of of Jesus, and I think it's really wonderful that he, had dinner with prostitutes and, the quote unquote sinners. And then the other sinners, the self-righteous people, didn't see themselves as sinners. You know what I mean? I guess it'd be comparable to Jesus today, eating dinner with, prostitutes and maybe drug dealers and who knows. Other people who the world looks at as, less than. But yeah, he tells these parables about how he came for those people, not the self-righteous people. Anyway, interesting. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll just keep plodding along. And I hope you have a great day or evening or afternoon, and hope all your dreams come true. And now Guster's gonna sleep and dream. All right, God bless. Bye.